Hello Libra, this is Brandy of Taurean.com for November of 2022. I almost slipped up and said 2023, so something's important that's going to happen from this reading. So this is a general, okay? Even though my capabilities do come out of shadow worker. Let's see what the main theme is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus going into November of 2022. Okay. I'm a pretty little cat head there. Confusion and strength of vulnerability. Okay. All right. These are very intricate cards. I love them. Okay. They have a lantern. Uh-oh, who's calling? Speak of the devil. Hello? Sorry, that is my mother, but like I was saying, I am going to read the synopsis of this. It's growth hurts, heals, harnesses away through the uncertainty. And as you can see, it doesn't matter what I've done in my office, they always come. Alright, thank you for being with me. I know this is a long introduction. 36 could be relevant to someone. Alright. Snort face. Don't be knocking stuff over. I love you though. Okay. At some point, we all encounter feeling at a loss as to what to do next. Our mind can become as conflicted as the advice we receive. Our emotions can polarize and overwhelm us to the point of distress, especially when the stakes seem too high to risk making a mistake. Our belief that is right choice or answer that will prevent all that we fear from happening. Fear has the power to stop us in our tracks, especially when what seems logically right is at odds with what feels emotionally safe. For example, one choice might seem to guarantee safety and security but feel uncomfortably compromising. In a state of distress, it's hard to get clear on what our spirit self is guiding us to do. And we may feel helpless without any... Sorry, he's totally trying to love me right now, too. He is feral. Only likes me. It's a available choice that feels authentic. What's best and truly possible for us is rarely as clear as hindsight reveals it to be. And when we need clarity the most, it would be helpful to remember that recognizing that we do not know what to do as a necessary step in the process of realizing what we should do. To acknowledge that not knowing is a way to figuring out our next authentic move and navigating a way through any bewildering predicament. So the solution is not found in making a right decision, but it's the result of the consistent choice, action, and thought with your behavior change, right? Because if you don't, then a significant, problem is born. Let's put it that way. So it's pretty much saying that clarity is going to come at the cost of making one mistake, but failure makes a success along your way. And it may take many. I mean, it really depends. But he does have a lantern. So it's not like he doesn't have any knowledge. He, she, whomever. They have a lantern to help guide them. Right? That's why the mistakes are preferable. That's how, you can understand that gift, that direction. So, I mean, when we know that we have no idea what we're doing, that's when you start to find out. And then we have the strength of vulnerability underneath the deck. All right, and that is true power lies at the root of a perceived weakness. So you may be perceiving this stall as a weakness, right? And you don't want to ask for help, or you don't want to ask for direction or clarity. But when someone, if this is a person, can't give you clarity, well, I think you have your answer. And of course, bug. You guys may see him attack me. I hope not. Okay, right now he's loving. Okay. Anyone need a barn cat out there? He just has to trust you. All right. Let's not attack me. Let's go. It's a B. Okay. Okay. Can I shuffle? Can I shuffle for Libra? Yeah. Can I shuffle for Libras? Thank you. I know, bug. But I don't like your ear down. No. So if you guys hear me cuss, just know. I didn't particularly do anything to him. Okay. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Bubby, I know. Oh, snort baby. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. You may make use of the hours. Instead of sitting there, you may not know what to do on a particular subject. So you need to do things that you do know, right? There's something like you may be distracted and stuck in that one part, but that doesn't mean you have to remain stuck everywhere else, right? Debilitating. Today is not for compromising. Okay? Like if you're compromising and that's why you're stuck, you're not supposed to. Purge. Exactly. So if you're stuck somewhere else, you can always go through things and sort things, and you may find a actual solution that through the purging. I'm going to shuffle over here because yes. Yes. This is my fault. I think that they're like settled and then I come and they're not. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. The blessing, the grand trine. So that's when everything aligns. It's like can't really rush things. Watch those nails, buddy. Okay? Can't really rush things. Like I feel because something isn't on your timeline or something, it's like you're having to fake it till you make it, and that's not good. That's not good. Very stuck on something from the past, which is kind of making the aggression come out. Maybe you're compromising who you are with a partner, and that's where the confusion is. You've been compromising. You've not been spending your time very wisely. It's brought more confusion. Like you feel you have to stick something out because that's how you grew up. Oh, jeez. This may be the hardest reading. So always take that as a factor too, right? All these outstanding external circumstances, you still have to push through. Like shit's gonna happen in life. It's just, it is. It is what it is. It's gonna happen. You have some type of wisdom that guides you during the turbulent times, right? I mean, we haven't made it this far without it. It's just like she's a warrior, but she is having a vulnerable moment with herself, and that is where someone may consider that a weakness. Maybe your partner considers that a weakness. Maybe your job considers that as a weakness. But there's just so much here that's not true about, I think, who you are or what you want, and that's why I have the compromising energy. There's my crackhead neighbor at 9:30 at night on a lawnmower. Oh, sweet paradise. Anyways, this is like about yourselves. Everything's kind of getting illuminated right now, and that's why I feel the purging, the releasing, the limiting, confining thoughts. Why the confusion? Having to be very vulnerable. And that is the strength of vulnerability through the confusion, like they said, of you finding that next step, the real next step, though, right? And being able to use this time finding that is the best way to put it. Standing up for yourself. Oh, these animals. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Page of Cups. New ideas, right? A new connection, a new job, a child. Maybe a child is teaching someone how to respond appropriately to their emotions. Like the lesson is through that. Like maybe your child is your point of weakness and your point of strength, but will help you sort through it. Right? The Tower. Okay. This card represents like unsuspecting while sitting in your home. Something happens where it puts you in a weak state where you feel exposed, but then it shakes everything up. So home life, which could include job, family members, relationships, whatever you want, because this is general. I mean, I don't know your specific story in a general. Libra. My rising is Libra, so this is like there's a storm brewing and there's no windows to see. Like what is coming? There's a storm here which is causing confusion. So there's a storm putting you in this state where you have to get real uncomfortable with your truth, right? Maybe ask for help to get out of the situation. The Three of Swords, the pain, the betrayal. Someone took a piece of your heart, right? Or you feel like you're having to abandon everything and leave your heart, but it's temporary. Maybe someone's having to leave their children. It's temporary. Right, until they get enough money with the 8 of Coins. Like, we have to work a little harder at what we're wanting. Here's the confusion with the 7 of Cups. I think the person / external circumstances actually been the cause of this confusion, where you feel vulnerable and weak. And once you get that person out and understand they were not good for you, it was a part of your trial, it was a part of what you thought you believed you had to keep doing because of the traditional standpoint or how you grew up watching maybe your parents and stuff, or you didn't have parents. I mean, there's so many scenarios here of why you think you have to stay in that dynamic, right? And like you just, maybe other people have told you several times and you've just not listened. And now, well, God or whomever you want to believe in is forcing you for your sake, right? Because this is a dream world you've been living in yourself. No one else is here with you. It's all a facade. It's almost like a safety mechanism. You feel safe here, avoiding certain aspects. The 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands is travel. It's getting information. I feel like they're running from it in this scenario. Like, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Yeah, okay. 6 of Pentacles. As you can see, it's like a chore to get a chore done. It's lack of the motivation. It's having a partner or a business that does not pull their weight. And you know it. You just didn't want to see it. You wanted to I'm going to make it comfortable. I don't like being exposed. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Oh my God. As I say that, everything is fine. She closes her face off to the anger, the resentment, the hunger for something new, how dissatisfied she is, all in the name of this is what I was taught to do. No, we're shedding that. You're not taught to do that. You're not taught to do that. This is false. The Five of Swords, the King of Wands, someone who pretends they're going to do a lot, or they boast up about themselves a lot, but they don't, causes a lot of arguments, very judgmental. Closing your eyes to that, whether that's a boss or a lover. The universe is forcing you out, and that is where you are uncomfortable. You're at the hands and mercy of the universe, or other people, or having to ask other people for help. But you will be successful. Right? Healing. Eventually, like, you get far enough away from it, you understand. It's like all of your senses start coming back to you. That's when, you know, through that growth, the pain, the healing energy is there, so you can find your way through the uncertainty, through the uncomfortable, you know, where you realize the root of where you thought you were weak without the job, without the person, becomes your power move. Right? Get your zest back. It doesn't take very long for opportunities to come in, for you to get your clarity back, for you to tap back into who you are and be very cutthroat. Like, very cutthroat, Libra. It's really about this it's almost a forced having to get away, forced away, to be able to fully see what illusion you were under, what false belief system you were fed. Okay? Let's see what's under there. Right. There is no repair there. It's like, we're living this false life. Everything keeps falling, but if I move, this camera's probably gonna fall. Hold on! My nails don't want to pick it up. Inconsiderate and obsessive fell. Obsessiveness, write down what you're obsessing over and realize that is emotionally draining you. Okay? And someone's inconsiderate and acting without compassion and kindness, and it's time to be thoughtful and polite to just feel better on the inside. But I think that's more that person. And you are resisting change. You need to ask yourself why you're not wanting to change and look at the positive side to the changes. Okay? Let's see. I'm trying to make these a little longer, a little more detailed, a little more thought out for November, for thankful, thoughtful November. Libra, Sun, Rising, and Venus. Yes, Finnegan. Yes. Okay, so this is Archangel Raphael. He is pretty much talking about a split in the family, past, present, future, that needs healing, which affects everything in your life currently, which is probably where you feel vulnerable and weak. And we're going to go back to someone, because I felt that heavily, was having to pretty much leave their child behind, or something that feels like they have to care for it, nurture it, and they're terrified of that. But in order to get somewhere more stable, there has to be that split in the family, okay? So you can work on the stability for yourself to bring them into a healthier environment. But you get my drift here. There is a split and a hurt from this, but it will not last long. Will not last long at all. There's just something about changing the belief system, and the illusion of how you had to live or what you had to do is broken down. Okay. And I am going to leave you with that, but it is to stand your ground, not let someone trample on you to make you feel weak. And when you get away, you find out that you were actually their weakness, or you were their strength, you know? And it's like seen completely differently from what you were fed. So please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Go to taureaneye.com for your personal reading, and I will catch you later.